Hello and welcome to this presentation on Harsha Engineers IPO. After a good landing by Sirma and Dreamfolk, Harsha Engineers IPO is hitting the streets. Harsha Engineers is not only India's largest manufacturer of precision bearing cages, but it also commands a good share in the global world market. Harsha Engineers IPO opened on 14 September and closes on 16 September. It's both a fresh issue of 455 crores and an OFS of 300 crores, totaling 755 crores. Face value is rupees 10. One can bid in lots of 45 shares and multiples thereof. Price band at the upper end is rupees 330. 35% of the issue is reserved for retail investors, and 1.78 lakh shares applications are needed for one-time subscription of the retail quota. About Harsha Engineers International, it's the largest manufacturer of precision bearing cages in the country in the organized sector in terms of revenue, and besides this, it has a good share of global market. In the Indian market, it has a share of about 50%, which is commendable, and in global market, it has about 6% share, and it is the third largest player in the global market. Rajendra Shah, Harish Rangwala, Vishal Rangwala, etc. are the promoters of the company. It's a Gujarat-based, Ahmedabad-based company. Harsha's business comprises engineering business, which involves manufacturing bearing cages in brass, steel, polyamide materials, complex and specialized precision stamped components, welding assemblies, brass castings, edges and bronze bushes. Besides this, Harsha has been involved in solar EPC business for last 10 years, and it provides comprehensive turnkey solutions in the field of solar energy. The company has 5 manufacturing facilities, 2 of them located near Ahmedabad, 2 in China, and 1 in Romania. Thus, it has a good geographical spread. Company has a wide product range of bearing cages, starting from 20 mm to 2000 mm dia. Bearing cages find application in automotive, railways, aviation, construction, renewable energy, mining, agriculture, electrical, and many more sectors. The company supplies products to customers in over 25 countries, covering over 5 continents, North and South America, Europe, Asia, and Africa. It has 20 warehouses spread across the world, which help it to provide its product to customers in time. The company has a 10 years of operating history in solar EPC as well as in operation and maintenance, and it has done installation of about 402 megawatt solar power capacity. Solar EPC is contributing about 6.28% to its revenue. Harsha Engineers got a very good response from the anchor investors, particularly the mutual funds. If we recall, TMB got almost nil response from mutual funds. Harsha got about 57% allocation to mutual funds from the anchor quota under 17 scheme. Some other large players have also evinced interest in the IPO. Harsha's operating performance has been good and steady. Barring FY21, which was hit by COVID, the revenue of the company has shown a good growth. EBITDA margins have also improved. At the IPO price of rupees 330 on the expanded equity capital after the IPO, the company is coming at a price to earning ratio of 32.7, which is reasonable considering the growth prospects for the company and its past performance. This is Harsha's second attempt to go public. Earlier, it filed draft papers in August 18, but later shelved the plan. Period was also marked by a big stock market downturn as the markets were hit by IL and FS crisis at that time. Post this IPO, the promoters will hold about 74.61% share. That is about 25% dilution is being done through this IPO. The fresh issue of 455 crores. From this, 270 crores will go towards debt repayment, and practically the debt will be reduced to almost zero, and 78 crores capex is planned. Of Harsha's engineering business, that is apart from a small solar business, all other business, 32% revenue comes from India. That is about one third of the revenue from India and two-thirds of the revenue from outside. Of the revenue which comes from outside, 40% comes from Europe, 13.9% comes from China, 6.7% comes from America, and about 6.5% from others. At present, the capacity utilization in the last financial year for Harsha was about 62%. The net debt equity ratio, which is comfortable at 0.65:1 right now, will come down to 0.01 and 0.7 to 1 post the IPO. Harsha Engineers, about 1 or 2 years back, carried out a consolidation exercise, and many of its subsidiaries were merged together so as to have a larger company. Major concerns about Harsha is that it can be exposed to foreign currency exchange rate fluctuations. Top 5 clients contribute 70% of its revenue from operations. Solar EPC operations do not significant exposure to risks like construction cost fluctuation, equipment defects, etc. Harsha is into bearing cages. This diagram shows how the cages are used in the bearing and also to hold the rolling element. This making of cages requires highly skilled equipment and manpower. They should have high rigidity, strength, and heat resistance. And there's a worldwide trend that large manufacturers are giving the cage manufacturing to other suppliers. That is, they're outsourcing the manufacturing of bearing cages. And they do so to less number of people whom they trust in quality. So the global bearing cages, which is about 5% of the global bearing market, is growing at a decent pace. And bearing manufacturers, they are at present outsourcing most of these requirements to players like Harsha and several other large players. If we see the performance of Harsha with respect to its peers like Timken, SKF, Rolex, and Sundram Partners, though they are not exactly comparable because Timken, SKF, they make complete ball bearings. Harsha is slightly lagging on EBITDA margin, but on PE wise, the promoters have left something on the table for the investors, and performance is not bad of the company. Harsha is the largest manufacturer of precision bearing in the country with a 50% market share, 6.5% global footprint. Company is a comprehensive solution provider, offers a diversified suite of precision engineering products across various geographies and end user industries. In fact, Harsha has been slowly spreading the industries or clients which it has been addressing. It has long-standing relationships with leading clients. With some clients, it has a relation which is more than a decade. All the top 6 global bearing manufacturers are customers of Harsha because cage manufacturing is an outsourced activity for the bearing manufacturer. And Harsha has been able to deliver them quality product. The units of Harsha Engineering International are located domestically as well as in international areas with warehouses at different places which serve the customer well. The company has good expertise in tooling, design, development, and automation. So, due to its manufacturing facilities, warehouse facility, the company is able to cater to its clients in a cost-effective manner. Company has exhibited a consistent track record of growth and financial performance. It has experienced management team and qualified workforce. The company has recently expanded its product portfolio to introduce sand casting, value-added stamping components, bronze bushings, etc., to cater to more end-user industries such as wind in the renewable space, mining, and shipping. The IPO price looks reasonable at PE of 32.7, given good tailwinds for bearing industry in India. Many international brands are sourcing material from India, whether it's due to China plus one or due to some other factor. And company's past performance and future prospects look good. To apply to Harsha Engineers IPO or not? Applying to Harsha Engineers IPO is actually a non-brainer. It looks quite good to me at least. Risk is very low or nil. Expected reward can be moderate to good or could be very good profit. Listing gains can be reasonable to good, and who knows, bumper. Uh, One can hold it if allotted. It's a good company unless the price of listing is very high. Subscription is expected to be high across all categories. There's no need for me to wait to apply to this IPO, and I'll apply on day one. These are my views only. Please do your own diligence and see the risk that you can take. Thank you. Please read this disclaimer and use this information in the presentation for educational purpose only or as a help in making your decision.